How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So, first of all, thank you so very much for accepting the invitation of this live. We are honored to have you on board.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really, really excited.
And I have to mention this thing specifically. I really love your country, like the people, the pageant pages, the queens, so I really love your country. So, I'm personally so excited for this live.
Oh, thank you so much. I love my country too. I think what's so special about Chinese is, well, I call them sunshine people because we have this kind of warmth and energy that we bring. And yeah, it's so infectious. So that's really nice to hear you say that.
That's so true, because I have met so many people from your country, like personally also and virtually also. And the one thing that is common about your country is the smile that they give to other people, to their faces. And the positivity, the aura that you guys have around you is so infectious.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Chinese, we're very happy people. We love to just enjoy life and yeah.
That's amazing to hear. So, how's your day going, and how are you doing? Like, how's your day went as of now, and your preparations about Miss World?
Oh, well, my day just started, so I think it's 9 a.m. here and it's 6:30 in India. Um, so usually on the weekends I have football training in the morning, but this weekend I took a break so that I could do the live with you. But this week has gone really well actually. So I'm a footballer and football season just started back for me. So I've had training this week and that's one of my favorite things to do. So it's been a really nice week as well. And I've had my school tours. So I've been going into different schools, sharing my story, and that's just been a really, really amazing experience. So I'm loving the journey so far.
And your journey is going to be memorable, like because you are representing your country internationally, and it's such a big responsibility, and that too in such a big competition that is Miss World. I mean, like, saying this thing is bringing me goosebumps, and you are participating in it in the coming months. So, how excited are you about it?
No, I'm honestly so excited. It's been one of my biggest dreams, and I always wanted to be able to represent Trinidad on the world stage. And you can't see it, but I have this pendant that I wear that I've worn for a long time now, many many years, and it's our coat of arms for Trinidad. And to have that honor to represent my country and to show the world, what Trinidad has to offer, how special we are, and share that warmth with everyone. It's just this incredible feeling and incredible honor. So I can't wait. Like every day I'm waiting for them to say when the pageant is going to be, where it's going to be. I'm super super excited.
Miss World was in India last year, so if it happens again in India, so like last year I had the opportunity to watch the competition live from the venue.
Mhm.
I met all the Miss World queens. I also met Miss World TNT last year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so amazing.
So how will you feel if it happens again in India, the Miss World competition?
I'm so excited. I mean, anywhere that it is, I think it's going to be incredible, an incredible experience. I've never been to India before, and Trinidad, we have a lot of Indian people in our population. We have a huge Indian culture, a huge Indian diaspora. So to be able to go back and see, where a lot of our ancestors came from and where that culture originated is going to be such an eye-opening experience. So I'm really excited. Indian cuisine is also one of my favorites. So I can't wait to be able to have Indian food straight from India. So I'm just really, really excited.
So what's your favorite in Indian cuisine? Like, have you like tried some of the iconic Indian cuisines?
Well, just the curries. I think the flavors are just fantastic. I can't remember all the names of them. I probably won't say it right, but there's a coconut naan that I love, that I've had only traditional, I guess, Indian in Trinidad. But those flavors and those spices just, oh my gosh, they blow my mind.
That's amazing. So we received so many questions for you for this live, and all the pageant pages want me to ask so many questions to you. But I have shortlisted few questions out of them. That's regarding about your journey, your preparation for Miss World, and what if you win Miss World, and your after journey after winning Miss World. So it's all that. So I have shortlisted few questions out of them. So the very first question is that how did you start your pageant journey? How did you enter into pageantry? And from where this idea came that you want to represent your country internationally?
So Miss World Trinidad and Tobago was actually my first pageant that I ever entered, that I ever did. But it is something that I always wanted to do. So funny enough, when I was in high school, my friends would call me Miss World, kind of as a joke. But that was because I did all these different things. So I was always involved in sports. I was always involved in community work and leadership positions. And just, I that's just a big part of who I am. And it's giving back to my community, and it's something that I really believe in. And so, they kind of just call me that as a joke. And then I went on to pursue my studies and my career, and become an engineer. And when I came back to Trinidad, I saw the most recent pageants, and I just really loved how it had evolved into this, sort of multifaceted thing where they have the sport component, the talent component, where they emphasize beauty with a purpose. And that message is something that really resonates with me, because it's just a part of what I really believe in, and who I am. So I decided to give it a shot because, yeah, like, why not? Why not take this chance now and go for it? So I decided to enter the pageant, and yeah, it was a dream come true. I've always wanted to represent my country. So being able to do that now on the world stage is just an incredible honor and a dream come true.
It's such a huge responsibility, like me just saying this thing, as I said earlier, that it's giving me goosebumps and chills. And now you are going to represent your country internationally, and that too on the international stage. You will not be called by your name; you will be called by your country's name. That's such a huge thing because you're representing all the population of your country, all the dreams, all the hopes, aspirations. So that's something really amazing to represent.
Definitely, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So talking about Miss World, as you talked that your Beauty with a Purpose project, and we all know that BWAP is one of the most, or should I say, the most important part of Miss World. And
Mhm.
BWAP makes Miss World a different pageant and the standout pageant as compared to other pageants. So would you like to elaborate about your BWAP to everyone?
Sure. So my project is really my passion and my purpose, and sort of who I am, and what's made me who I am. So growing up, I was I suffered with anxiety a lot. So I was very nervous. I was very shy. I lacked self-confidence and belief in myself. And when I got into sport, it was kind of by chance. I did a lot of other things, but never sport. And a girl approached me and she said, "Do you want to join our track and field team?" And I kind of said no at first, but then eventually I gave in and I said, "Let me try this. Why not?" And the first race I ran, I came dead last, and I almost gave up on it. I was like, "This is not for me." But my coach said to me, "Annalise, I believe in you. I think you have potential. If you put in that work and you show up for yourself, you'll do better." And I did a lot better. And eventually I started winning. And it kind of sport transformed, who I was. I learned how to overcome failure. I learned how to believe in myself. And it gave me a community as well. And that was something I struggled with too, fitting in, finding a community and a place where I could belong. And sport became that for me. They became my sisters, my family, and it just opened up so many opportunities. With sport, you can get scholarships to study abroad. You can pursue all of these different careers. It teaches you how to take care of your physical health, your mental health, which for me, that's how I take care of my mental health and I de-stress. And also, of course, growing up on an island, I spent a lot of time in the water, by the beaches. I'm a hiker as well, so in our natural environment, and I really grew to appreciate it. And one of the problems that we have is that a lot of people on our islands don't know how to swim, and it's a really alarming statistics. It's not, some people estimate it's over 80% don't know how to swim, and we have a lot of water-related accidents. Which are really, really tragic and shocking to read about. And, I thought this is a problem that can be solved quite easily if we just come together and we give that skill to more people. So that's really what my project is about, giving that gift of sport, which can impact you in so many ways and also is a life-saving skill as well. So most recently, we did a Learn to Swim project where we taught students essentially how to swim, taking them up from that fear of the water and actually being able to um, keep themselves up in the water and get in and out of the water safely. And at the end of it, it was just such like a life-changing experience because that confidence that they built from just being able to get in the water, and then now I can swim, it's not just having that skill, it's also now I have confidence in myself. I've done something, I can believe in myself, and I know for me that is how I learned that I could do anything, and it's how I was even able to enter Miss World Trinidad, because I had that belief in myself that there was nothing I couldn't do. And so, that's also the message that I think I wanted to leave with the girls. But yeah, so that was a really, really awesome experience. And there's so much more things that we have coming up. I'm also really passionate, of course, about the environment and about climate change. And for me as a woman, climate change affects me differently. It affects me more than it does men. And one of the reasons why that is because as it gets hotter and hotter, that affects when I can go outside to play sports. And I don't have the luxury of playing sports anytime I want, just going for a run at night, because it's not safe for me. And it's not safe, not just in Trinidad, but all around the world, women face that problem. So that's something I'm really passionate about, helping to create a world where our way of life is not affected because we make these unsustainable decisions. So I've coined the name the ripple effect because I think those small things or those small experiences. And for me, it was that one race that I won, my coach telling me that I could do it, that kind of rippled into this big change that transformed me into the person that I am. So it's called the ripple effect because of that. You know, small things together, they can ripple and they can grow and they can become that big wave of positive change.
That sounds such an amazing project, I have to say. And I can surely say this thing that this is something unique as well, but it is something that is needed as well. So it might go and it will go very far in the competition. Like just me listening this thing, like it's something very amazing. So kudos to you and your team, like for doing this thing. And also when you do something for others, so the smile, the satisfaction that you get inside you of helping
Yeah.
others is something amazing, and that is something you will never get this thing from any other work, but when you help others, when you are the reason for a smile on others' faces, that's something very amazing. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you so much. And I totally agree. I think whenever anybody asks me what is the best part of the journey, it's always those moments, when afterwards, when they come up and they tell you, this was the best day ever, or, thank you so much. And it just fills you up, fills your cup in a way that nothing else does.
So true, so true. So kudos to you for your project as well. And again, going back to your journey for Miss World. So
Mhm.
along with the VWNT round, the question answer round is also very important. Like last year also, there was a debate round in Miss World competition. So have you started preparation for the Q&A part, and have you like done any sort of special trainings for question answer rounds on stage for Miss World?
So I don't really do special training, I don't have like a list of questions and I'm like this. It's more, I guess, sort of general knowledge and awareness of what is happening in the world. Having that background knowledge and also preparing and understanding my story and who I am and what I want my message to be and what I want people to learn from me. So yeah, so that's the sort of the training that I'm doing for myself. Yeah.
And that is all what's needed, because when someone, like I have gone through this, because when I was in school, so I used for the specific question answer round, so I used to prepare so much. I used to be so competitive. Look, I'm still competitive, but for question answer round, I used to be like taking so much stress and be extra prepared that at
Hmm.
the final moment, I always used to forget my answers. Okay, what I have learned, what I have memorized. So,
Yeah.
like from there on, I have learned this thing very well, that when you have to answer any question on stage, so you have to be realistic, you have to be honest, and
Mhm.
whatever is coming on your mind at that moment, that is what's most important. Preparation is of course good, but over preparation might lead to disastrous results, and I have gone through that.
I totally agree. I think I want what I say to be authentic and genuine and just happen in the moment. So, my answer today, even if I practice something, it might change because I'm always learning and growing and evolving. So, but never just write something down today. But I agree with you. It needs to come from the heart. And so that's why I don't just, learn something off like that.
Yeah, that's so important. So talking about Miss World again, who's your favorite Miss World winners? You can choose one, two, three, like how many you want to. So who's your
Um,
favorite Miss World winners as of now?
I'll choose one. So my favorite Miss World winner is Lisa Hanna, from Jamaica. I think she was Miss World in 1993. She's a fellow Caribbean queen, and I really just love her because of everything that she stands for and what she does. If you look at what she does now, she's really advocating for real change in Jamaica, and she talks and speaks out a lot about issues that are affecting her country, but also they affect Caribbean people as well. And that's something that I see as part of my legacy. I really want to help build up my country and build up my nation and use that platform that Miss World gives me to help make positive change. So to me, that's really why she's such an inspiration to me.
She's Indian inspiration. And you know why I said you like one, two, three? Because whenever I ask this question to any queen or any contestant, so they always like, we can't choose one because we have so many. So that's why I
No,
just gave you an
I
option.
mean, they are all amazing, and like it is hard to choose one, but I think just because I'm from the Caribbean and I
Yeah,
relate to that, yeah.
that Caribbean connect I can understand. Yeah. So yeah, talking about your fellow contestants. So have you talked to any of your fellow contestants as of now? Like, do you have any group, or like, do you have any best friends as of now before the competition?
I wouldn't say I have any best friends. Me and Miss Jamaica, we do chat sometimes online. So I would say maybe she's my friend. But I don't know any of them, I guess, personally as yet. I try to reach out to them, and I think some of us, well, a lot of us, we support each other already, and we comment on each
Yeah.
other's photos and stuff like that. But we don't have a group chat as yet. No.
but you'll surely have before the competition or maybe when the competition will be approaching, and even after the competition as well, because pageantry gives you a lifetime friendship. Like I have participated in so many virtual pageants, like during the lockdown period, COVID period, and you won't believe, like I'm not running this page alone. We have a team, so all of them are my virtual friends from that time, like 2019.
Oh
We
wow.
have never done a video call. We have never done even a single video call. It's been more than 5 and 6 years. We
Oh
have never, like,
my
of
gosh.
course, we have seen each other, but we have never done a video call. We have never even called any, like, even once. We are just talking on Instagram chat,
Yeah.
WhatsApp, that's it. But that's the connect that passion gives you. It's been more than 6 years, I would say, that we are connected very well.
Mhm.
So that's the essence of pageantry. Like you will get lifetime friendships.
Yes. And also amazing what technology can do, right? To connect everybody
Exactly.
and to keep that connection for so long. That's awesome. I'd love to hear about your pageant journey.
So I started watching pageant when India won Mr. World in 2016, Rohit Khandelwal. And one day, me and my mom were sitting and watching his interview on television. So at that time, I didn't have any idea that who is he and what pageant is all about. Like I just know this thing that okay, he has won Mr. World for India. That's it. So I was just talking to my mom, and I just said to my mom that he has won Mr. World for India. So even my mom didn't have any idea, that what pageant is all about. He just knew that he is Rohit Khandelwal. I just said to her that he has won Mr. World for India. And my mom said me one thing that I want to see you at his place in coming future.
Oh,
That's it. You know, from there, I
that's
started my pageant journey, like virtual pageant journey. So I kept on participating in virtual pageants because that was also the lockdown period in 2019.
mhm,
So we all were stuck inside the houses. So I
mhm.
just started participating. I got to connect with so many people. And one thing also, how I started this page, it's a very funny story. I started this page in 2023. Okay.
Mhm.
And I was just sleeping in the afternoon, and I just woke up. I made my account on Instagram, and I went back to sleep. One day, randomly, I just did that. I just woke up. I logged in, like signed up for Instagram. I made this account, Glamour of Passions, and I just went back to sleep.
Wow.
And next day, when I woke up, I was like, "Why did I open this account?" It just happened randomly.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's such a sweet story. And then it
Yeah,
just
but
grew into this big thing. That's so awesome.
it just grew. And last year also for Miss World, I was just scrolling the reels and I just messaged Miss World. I think it was Chile, like Miss World. I interviewed her for the very first time, and I just randomly messaged her, and we agreed for the live Instagram session. And from there, I just started the live interview series, and that led me to watch Miss World live in Mumbai,
Wow.
India. So how random decision takes you to
Yeah.
another level.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. I love that. And it's like those little things that just grow into something and you don't know that it's going to do that, and it's such a wonderful surprise. I love that.
It is, and after that, I have started this interview series, and it's my honor. Like again, I would say this thing with you all, because you all are so inspirational in your own ways. So it also makes me to learn a lot of things from you all, and it might also help me in my future pageant journey whenever it happens. So yeah,
Oh, you're an
we have interviewed.
inspiration as well. It's amazing that you're doing this, and yeah, I love it. I love it.
Thank you so much. We have received so many questions for you, and some are very passion-packed questions. So one of the question is, it was asked in Miss World 2017, and India won that year. So it
Mhm.
was asked to Manika Tiller. So the question is, which profession deserves the highest salary and why?
So
It's a
I
tricky question,
think
I have to say.
So I think the obvious, well, or what most people go for, you instantly think I deserve the most money, my profession deserves the most money. But the reality is that we need every field, we need every career, we need every job, and everything is connected. It's an
Yeah,
ecosystem, and we can't survive with one or the other. So I don't think it's right to give any one profession or say any one profession deserves more than the other, because we need each other, we need every job, we need every field to survive.
that's an amazing answer. And the same, like quite similar answer, Miss World Guadeloupe also gave in my first live this year. So it's also true, because we can't choose one profession because, as you said, it's an ecosystem. So it's very important for everyone to get that respect, to get that love, and of course, money is important to survive in this world. So to get that salary as well. So yeah, it's a good answer. Okay, we are getting so much of questions for you as well. So the next question is that if you get a chance to have a superpower to bring a change in the world, what would it be and why? It can be any
Um,
superpower.
Any superpower. Like I guess I'll make this one up. But I think the key to success or the building block is education. So if I had
Yes.
the power to give education to every child, um, and to give them that power to elevate themselves to become successful, that would be the superpower that I choose. I don't know if that's a tangible superpower, but just thinking of like the problems that we face, I do think that it starts with education. Everything starts with education.
Yeah.
So if I could do that, that would be my superpower.
That's a Miss World winning answer, I would say. Only a Miss World can say like that.
Thank
That's an amazing answer because, as you said, education is important and key for this world. And one of my professors taught me this thing that, you might have money in your life, you might have a good success in your life, like be it any profession. But if you're not educated enough, you and your success won't strive that longer. Only an educated person have a long-lasting success because anyone can get success.
Yes.
Anyone can
Yeah.
get success within 1 month or 2 months. But only an educated person know this thing that how to take that success till the last stage of his life. So that's why education is very important.
I totally agree. And there's this saying that I love. It's give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And so that's why,
Yeah,
I didn't want to just give things. I want to give people skills that they can use, and then they teach others, and that continues and it grows and it impacts the generations after you just gave them that one skill. So that's why, yeah, that's why I totally agree. And education is the foundation for success.
that's so true. But if I have to answer this question in a funny way, and if I would have one superpower, so I would have the superpower of eating everything without gaining weight. Because my body type is a kind of body. Even if I eat one chapati, one something very small in piece, I would gain my weight. So I would love to have everything eating twice, thrice, but not gaining the weight.
That would also, I think that would be my second choice. Because I love food as well. Yeah, that would be
I'm a
amazing.
big foodie, so I have to choose the superpower.
I agree with you. That would be fantastic.
Okay, someone is asking that what are your views on transgender being able to compete in beauty pageants?
So I've actually I've thought about this a lot, and I think everyone deserves a chance. I don't think anybody competing in a pageant takes away from what I have to offer. So I don't have any problem. I think it's your choice, how who you want to be in this world and how you choose to present. And I don't think that it takes away anything from what pageantry is. I mean, to me, the heart and especially of what Miss World is, it's about beauty with a purpose. And I think anybody can bring beauty with a purpose. To the table, to the world, and that is the core of what makes a better world. It's accepting and doing things that are positive. And if a person is transgender and they're doing that, they definitely deserve the right to be on stage and show to the world and bring a voice to their cause. So I have no problems against it. Yeah.
That's an amazing answer, I would say, because the whole essence of pageantry is about representation, and it is
Mhm.
not written anywhere that only this section of people would be represented or that section will be represented. When we talk about pageantry, it's a holistic stage, it's a global stage, and it's just about representation, be it from any gender, be it from any section of society. And
Exactly.
this was also asked to me in one of my school competition. At that time, it was a sparking debate. So, like someone asked me this question, so I answered the same way. It's about representation. So when we talk about representation, so it can't be restricted to some specific gender or one section or two sections. It should be holistic. It should be for everyone. So we should not stop anyone in getting represented through pageants.
I totally agree.
Exactly. So we have last question for you, and it's a question that I would say you all want to answer this question in the final leg of the competition. If you enter top five or top three of Miss World this year, so this might be your final question. I'm not guaranteeing. I'm just having attention. So the question is, why you should be the next Miss World? How will you convince the judges?
So when I think of Miss World and what it means to be a Miss World, you have to be intelligent, you have to be articulate, you have to be passionate about your cause and about making positive change in your community. And also you need to be physically fit because the demands of the role require a lot of activity. And I think that's evidenced by the sports. elements. You also have
Yeah.
to be able to perform on stage, to have a talent, and of course, most importantly, you have to be passionate about your cause and living with purpose. And I think for me, all of these different things are things that I value and believed in and was doing before I did the Miss World pageant. And it's always been a part of who I am and what I believe in. You know, I'm an engineer, and I chose to be an engineer because I wanted to help shape a world that is harmonious with our environment and that supports it rather than destroys it, and also that helps our people, and that, you know, we create things that actually value the people that use them. And also I've been involved in community work since I was a preteen. Since I was 12, I started volunteering with my granny, and it was just something that I loved and just brought me joy, and I kept doing that, you know, even when I went abroad to university. I actually lived in England for 6 years. I volunteered while I was there, and I used to tutor students who were you know, from underserved communities and were struggling with their studies. And it was just always something that brought me joy. And of course, I have that background in sports, so I have no problem with the physical element and keeping up with the demands of the role. And, you know, to me, Miss World, it's not just something that you do, is to me a chance to amplify the things that I've always been doing. And, you know, if I do win or when I win, my legacy will continue on, because this is what I believe in. And even afterwards, even after someone else is crowned, I will always live with that message of beauty with a purpose, because it is who I am and my core, and it's what I believe in.
That's a winning answer, I have to say. And if you were in top five or top three of Miss World, you might have and you might win the competition. So that's some people are saying this thing like same in the comment section that very logical answer showing a clear winner, you know. So people are really loving your answers. And I have to mention this thing that the queens from TNT, they are always well spoken. So it's a huge advantage for them if they go far in the competition, specifically for Miss World. And I can also see you going very far in the competition.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And also before we end this live, so one of the very famous pageant page from your country, Pageant Corner TT,
Mhm.
he's also a very dear friend of mine, like virtually.
Oh
So he
my
has
gosh.
always supported whenever India wins any international crown. So if you win this year, Miss World, so we might do a video call like me and Pageant Corner TT, and we would celebrate your victory, TNT's victory. So it'll be the happiest one if you win and TNT wins this year.
Oh, that's so special. I love that. I had no idea that you guys knew each other. That's amazing. I love the interconnectivity.
I think again, I would say that we have known each other since 2020.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing. And I love that pageantry brings people together and brings countries together. And I think that's what's so special about it as well.
Yeah, it's so special. He is a sweetheart and he's like an amazing person. And so yeah, like I would love to meet him also once in my life. Like whenever I visit TNT,
Yes,
that would be
you
amazing.
have to come visit TNT. I'll give you a tour. You will love it. It's such an amazing, beautiful, beautiful place.
Or maybe I will come to TNT during a homecoming as Miss World.
Yes, yes.
That would be
Definitely, you
amazing.
have to.
Yeah. So before we end this live, we will do one last segment, and that is what if you win. So what I will do, I will announce this thing that Miss World 2025 is TNT, and you have to give your winning reaction, like how do you react if you win on stage. So it might you can see this thing as a practice session
Yeah.
before you actually get on stage.
Okay, okay. Let me pretend. Let me pretend I'm on stage, and then you say that I'm the winner.
Okay, yeah, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss World 2025 is Trinidad and Tobago. Woo! Will you cry on stage?
I think I will. Maybe like one or couple tears, probably. I mean, I just got chills, you know, being in that moment and imagining it, and the rush of emotions. I mean, it would just like I have goosebumps. It would really just be such an honor and a dream come true. So I don't know if I'll be able to hold the tears back in, so they might come out.
And last year also because TNT was so close to winning the competition, winning the crown.
I know.
And
I really
year
thought
it
we were
might
gonna win
be
last year. Yeah.
this year it might be a compensating moment. You might take that legacy forward and finally winning the crown.
I hope so. It's been a long time since TNT won. We only won once. So I really, really
Yeah.
want to take that crown home for us. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be amazing. And again, thank you so much for this live. We had an amazing time with you. And I hope that Miss World would be in India this year again, so we can see each other like face to face as well. And
Yes.
all the best for the preparation for the competition. And I hope and wish that TNT will go very far in the competition and might win the crown.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for this wonderful chat this morning. I really, really enjoyed talking with you. Have a good evening. I guess you're about to go to sleep now. It's in the evening time, but thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's been lovely.
Thank you so much. Have a good day ahead. Bye.
Bye.